What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
With the big girl.
Oh, fat girl, brought 3. Can't hang with 100% beat. Fat girl, know that happen. Don't quit. Fat girl, run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. Nothing new, I'm loose like it off the now. Fat girl, bring crew to top the climb. If not, I'ma pull the panties down. Fat girl, bounce hot and stop tripping. If you do, get chicken and hot bitch. With a lot right, come to the night stage. I really should get the dead in the world team. But fat girl, show the boy shot. Let me see if the fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like the damn next one. Let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm serious. Where you are? Not 12 hours. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass. Chain a fool. Yeah, I got Nevin Shapiro on today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Luke Show. Yo, we finna get it. Yo, hey, look, man. Every time I see that video, I love it. I freaking love that video. I love the big girls video. As long as I'm doing podcasts, I'm gonna play that video. That's gonna be the intro of my show every time, because I don't think people show the big girls enough love. I really don't. I just don't think people show the big girls enough love. I mean, you got the big girls running around. Half of y'all love big girls. You know you need the big girls in the wintertime. You know you need the big girls to cook that food for you, that good meal. You need the big girls to get breastfed. You know you need all that. You need the big girls for everything. Let me get my glasses right. You need the big girls for everything. So stop playing like y'all don't like the big girls. You know you like the big girls. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna show that video until y'all start liking them. I mean, you saw all them big girls are beautiful. Big boned, beautiful, voluptuous, big girls. Even though I've never had a big girl in my life. One day I'm gonna try one. But I'm just scared once I go big, I can't go back. You know, because I like them little skinny Coca-Cola bottle looking ones. Is there a Coca-Cola bottle? I'm in my little set here that I created outside the garage with all the nostalgia, all the different things. You see Lenny Harris right there, my Cowboys, Liberty City Optimist Warriors right there. You see the drink over there. You see some awards. You see Warren Sapp up there, his game ball, Mark Caesar. I just got a lot of stuff right up in here. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an epic show today, as we always have these epic shows. Today, I'm going to be interviewing the one and only Nevin Shapiro. Is my glasses crooked? Is they crooked? I feel like they're crooked. I'm going to be interviewing the one and only Nevin Shapiro today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an epic show. I want to remind everybody, make sure you like, share, and subscribe right here on my YouTube channel. We're live. Like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channel, Uncle Luke TV, Uncle Luke TV. If you want to comment or anything like that, go to my or you want to ask a question throughout the broadcast, go to my YouTube and log on to there. Like, share, and subscribe, Uncle Luke TV. And I'll see all those comments come up on the YouTube page. We're also on Facebook, and we're also live on Twitter. On my Facebook page, my fan page, we're over there with all the good old folks over there. Uncle Luke fan page, and then we're on Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One. We're over there as well. We're gonna have a great show today, ladies and gentlemen. We do the show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon, and we do rebroadcasts of the show throughout the week and throughout the day. The rebroadcasts will go back on tonight at 6 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in for that each and every day. This is going to be epic. This is going to be epic. A lot of people didn't want me to do this interview. I'm gonna just keep it 100. A lot of people didn't want me to do this interview. Most people said, "Hey, look, man." Most people said, "Why are you doing this interview? Why are you interviewing Nevin Shapiro?" And I said, "Didn't Walter Cronkite sit down with Minister Farrakhan?" There are interviews that you have to do. If you're going to do podcasts, you can't be a part of mainstream media who, when they pick and they select certain people that you should be interviewing and you should not be interviewing. This man got a lot of things to say. This man got a lot of questions that needs to be answered. There's a lot of things he got to say and a lot of questions that need to be answered. I've seen him have conversations on interviews, and he's talked to a lot of people. I have a different set of questions that I have. And I'm going to ask him because, I'm going to keep it a buck. I mean, if you know anything about me, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this for years. I ain't just started this. I've been doing interviews before they called them podcasts. I've been doing interviews before they called them podcasts. I was doing Uncle Luke's Peep Show, where I interviewed Biggie Smalls. I interviewed Junior Mafia. I interviewed Aaron Hall. I interviewed, you name it. These glasses are bothering with me here. Man, fuck these glasses. I interviewed everybody. I interviewed, like I say, Aaron Hall. I interviewed Lil Kim before she had breasts. I interviewed Biggie. I interviewed Tupac. I interviewed Suge Knight. I've been doing this forever. So, I mean, I know most of y'all think these type of interviews started off with Club Shay Shay, but not necessarily. It started off with me doing a peep show. I did the peep show on Action Pay-Per-View. If you don't remember it, I'm going to put up a website where you can go and see all the Uncle Luke peep shows that you miss. And then we segued into the freak shows, where I interviewed a numerous amount of people, where we had sit-down interviews and we talked about. I interviewed, my first show that I interviewed was the original Ghetto Boys, the whole entire group. I did all that. So I've been doing this. And my thing is, listen, man, it's about interviewing everybody. I'm not a part of mainstream media. Mainstream media has a tendency of censoring certain people. They only interview certain people. It's like me. I fit in that typecast of individuals that you don't want to interview, you don't want to put on your platform. So I understand it. So I don't give a fuck. Nobody pays my bills. I interview who I want to interview. It was a lady that I know put on Twitter, why are you interviewing him? Shaking my head. I'm like, why not? It's like, why Edison? Why not Edison? Why not interview Nevin Shapiro? Shit. What I'm supposed to do? Just fall in line? This is America. And I'm the guy who fought for free speech. I am the guy who went to the Supreme Court. The defender of free speech, part of the 40-year anniversary of Southern hip hop, which we started. Once again, I'm going to keep reminding y'all ass of that on every given chance I can remind y'all. But it is what it is, people. There are hard interviews and there are nice interviews. What you want me to do? Interview Drake? Like half of the people in the world right now won't interview Kanye West. I will interview Kanye West because they want to cancel him. Why are you going to interview Kanye West? Half of the people in the world didn't want me to interview Warren Sapp. We did it. Interview Warren Sapp. He has something to say. And you learned something. Some people want to continuously have an issue with somebody and they don't want to listen or address the issues or have the conversation. No, you had a conversation. If you got a problem with your girl, it's called communication. Go and talk to her. Babe, what's the problem? And if she has a problem with you, babe, what's the problem? Well, you're not giving me enough head. I don't think I'm getting enough, which is understandable. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do this podcast 3 times a week. We have some hard interviews, we have some nice interviews, and we talk about sports, entertainment, and politics. And we get into it. We get into it to the nitty-gritty. And again, it's not what you want. If it's not what you want, then log off, tune into something else, go into some other fluffy, beautiful shit. But I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it a buck, whether you like it or not. So we're gonna do this Nevin Shapiro interview at 12:30. He's gonna be on. That's what. So hide all the women and children, just bring them on because we're going to ask the hard questions. And I want you to go to my YouTube page and I want you to ask your questions. And I will post your questions just right on the page. So you can be part of the interview too. But I love it. Welcome. It's a Monday, baby. Gotta love it. We are here for Monday. But before I start the show, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know where you're from. I need to know what part of the country you from, so put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Where you from? In the words of Uncle Al. Hey, man, don't y'all love Uncle Al? Do you know Uncle Al was my favorite? Just like Wanda, who's on here, was my favorite. These good folks, I love them to death. Shots out to the Pope. The Pope passed away today, ladies and gentlemen. So they got to get a new Pope. That whole thing, the whole ceremony with getting a new Pope and the smoke in the air, the white smoke and the dark smoke, and which smoke tells you whether or not they're going to get a new Pope whether they've elected one. You think they'll get a black pope? I see a lot of black cardinals. You think we'll get a black pope this time? It's long overdue. Wouldn't that be epic? I don't think they'll get a black pope because the black pope may live for too long. Black pope will be there for 100 years. It'd be like, damn, we need to get a new pope. They'll try to impeach the black pope or some shit like that. I don't know if they can do that, but that would be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a good time. Shouts out to my man D Briz. I see you in there, my boy AJ from Twitter Space. We're going to have a good time today. I know D Briz. D Briz is a good guy. He's a Hurricane fan, diehard Hurricane fan. I see you in here, Maryland. Maryland in the building. Hey, we got Miss Zika in the building. We got Miami in the building. We got Georgia. Georgia is in the building. Georgia is in the building. We cannot start anything without Georgia being in the building. Look there. We got Richmond, California in the building. We got Maryland in the building. This thing, listen, man, we got people from all over the country, man. We got people from all over the country up in here. It's going to be good. I'm sorry. Go call somebody and tell them this thing is going to be smoking. We talking about red is hot. Hey, listen. I'm going to say this. Before I get into the Nevin Shapiro interview, that'll be at 12:30. I'm going to say this, man. Look here. These NBA playoffs, they're good. I didn't think they were going to be this good. They're good. Even my Heat, we lost. We lost, but we fought. They fought to the end. The score is not a reflection of the actual game. And if you know Eric Spoelstra, the best NBA coach coaching right now, is going to make some adjustments. And when he make those adjustments, old Donovan, who was running around acting crazy, talking his shit. What I didn't like was when he pushed Duncan. Duncan should have pushed him back. And then some people from the bench should have went over there and pushed him because he wanted to mix it up at that moment to see whether the Miami Heat was soft or not. So the Heat are going to have to send a message early that we ain't fucking soft. Ant-Man paid all his child support up front. We talked about that when he paid it. Ant-Man paid all the child support up front, and Ant-Man said, okay. Ant-Man them on some real nigga shit. I'm going to tell you right now, them some real niggas over there. Them some real motherfuckers. Both of them over there like, man, they said we weren't going to win. Motherfuckers said we had a chance. It's all about the Lakers. It's all about Luka. It's all about Bron. It's all about them. I know how you feel, Ant-Man. Because every time I do a show, I always say, oh, they think it's all about the rest of them niggas. I'm going to go out and turn this motherfucker out. And that's what Ant-Man them did. And then, goddamn it, boy, I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to keep it a buck. I want Golden State to lose. I don't want Jimmy Butler to see nothing. I want him to be, look, I love Draymond Green. I love Steph Curry. I love everything that Steph Curry does. But that fucking Jimmy Butler, I ain't fucking with him. The way he did the Heat, I ain't fucking with him. And for the NBA, to be putting this dude on commercials and all kind of shit like that. I'm like, is this what y'all glorifying a quitter? Is this what y'all supposed to be teaching kids? Any product that this motherfucker endorsed, I will not be purchasing. I'm going to tell you like that. Give me a Draymond Green. Give me some of them dudes over there, man. Put them on the commercial in Oklahoma City. Put them on the fucking commercial. Them the young guys of the league, man. Don't put this dude on no fucking commercial. I am not purchasing anything that dude purchased, that dude endorsed. Fuck that shit. I'm canceling all. What are we teaching the kids? Quit. Shouts out to all the haters out there, the people who have a problem with some of the videos that's going on. Why not, Edison? I love y'all. Just remember, for all y'all who got an issue, remember, don't act like you you're not living in a glass house. For everyone who said something, I saw it. They sent me the tweet, the texts. I'm not mentioning your name because you're irrelevant to me. I'm not giving you a platform. I'm not saying who you are and all that. You know who you are. Some of you people are some backstabbing, low-life sons of a bitches. Some of you people have traveled with me. Some of you have put TVs up in my house. And some of you have actually coached with me. And you got shit to say? Really? You think I don't know what you all did when things was illegal? Huh? You don't remember? You don't remember driving people here and driving people there? Okay? You don't remember doing that? You don't remember transporting people? You don't remember taking whole teams to private schools? You don't remember that? Because last time I checked, I could, listen, I'm going to just leave it like it is. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So don't fuck with me because I have a platform. I don't only have 3 followers or 120 or some shit like that. I will blow you up bad. That's why some days I wish I wish that I'm not coaching high school football because I will blow some of these fuckers up who run their mouth like little bitches. Y'all are bitches. And I'm here to tell you. So don't get your business put in the streets because I know a lot of guys and there's a lot of stories of taking high school players to strip clubs when you were coaching them. There's a lot of stories of transporting kids from one end of town to the next end of town. So you need to shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. Don't fuck with Luke. I've been in this motherfucking game for over 25 years. So leave things alone. You don't got to be on every tackle. You don't got to be on every tackle because once again, nobody pays my bills. That's why I say what the fuck I want to say and been doing it for a very long time. So write your anonymous letters and hide behind that like a little bitch. But leave me alone. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not well. Sometimes I wake up on the side of the bed in the morning and shit get real. So I'm just okay. Tell your girlfriends, tell your wives, shut the fuck up. Keep my name out your mouth. Okay? Capiche? Capiche? Okay. I'm just fair warning. Fair fucking warning. Local fucking haters. That's why I love when I do these concerts like at Jazz in the Gardens and at the arena with Usher and shit. And all the people love it. Oh, we love you, Uncle Luke. Because if I looked at Facebook to see whether them hating motherfuckers over there, Facebook is the root of all evil. 80% of the people on there hate. They look for funerals and this shit is bad. Most of the other 20%, I love y'all. Love you to death. But a lot of them people over there, they need to get a fucking life. I don't see how grown-ass men and women be on damn shit talking about kids. But that's a whole nother story. That is a whole nother story, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here. In about 6 more minutes, we're going to have an interview with Nevin Shapiro. It's going to be beautiful. Shouts out to Donald Trump, the guy who's fucking up the economy and the country. Hopefully your eggs, you were able to purchase some eggs over the weekend for Easter egg hunt. I know there was a shortage of eggs and egg prices were up and down. I think they're back down again. But for the most part, we love it. We love it. This is the only part of politics I'm gonna touch on. I just don't know what the fuck Elon Musk is doing to lose $1 trillion, fucking with Donald Trump, to just ruin a whole country, a whole company. Shouts out to Gail. Gail taking heat for going out to space. Motherfuckers say Gail and the other people went on an Uber ride to space. Oh my God. Why y'all fucking with Gail? Gail told y'all she was going to space. And what did you fuckers do? Gail told y'all she was going to space before she went to space now. Y'all should have jumped on her then, and maybe she'd have changed her mind from going to space. Maybe she would have changed her mind from going to space. But y'all fucking with Gail. Shouts out to my man Martin. How you doing, Martin? Boy, they don't know. I've been in this sports business for a long time. Hey, Martin, I don't say things because I'm so humble. But don't think for one, motherfuckers better not think for 1 minute that I am naive and I don't know things. I know a lot of things. The things I know, more things than the average person think I know. I can fucking have a whole goddamn documentary on shit that I know around here about sports and tell from my side of the story, because a lot of people have a tendency of telling their side of the story, but I can tell some shit that'll connect a lot of dots. So don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I'm just a nice guy. I don't say nothing. I don't bother with nobody. I'm in my own little world. I have fun. I go on tour and entertain the people of the country. But I love Miami. I love Miami. I love South Florida. I love Florida. That's why I stay here. Born and raised and dated. I stay here and ain't never leaving this motherfucker. It's like everybody else. They want to leave and go get houses everywhere else. Fuck that. I'm here. You got to be here. We love it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Luke Show. We got Nevin Shapiro on. Look at that. Trump 45 and 47. I wish he would run. I wish he would run. And then we're going to bring Barack Obama back, and Trump won't be running after no fucking women. He won't run against no women. He'll be running against a grown-ass man. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to run for office. People want me to run for Congress, and people want me to run for governor. What do y'all think? I think if I run for Congress, I can go up there and help out Jasmine Crockett, and I can get some things and bring some money back to South Florida. And I can come up with some brand new ideals of the Democratic Party, because it's in fucking shambles. A bunch of green ass dudes in there, a bunch of soft ass people. I'll be up in there fighting. And then I'll be able to work across the aisle, because that's what I do on a regular basis here in South Florida. Or then again, I could run for governor. There's no worthy Democrat available. I'm sorry. With name recognition throughout the state of Florida that can go out there and get some shit done. Man, if I run for fucking governor and win, do you know the things I could do? I like the governor thing better. I know it'd be hard for me to win. Hopefully I can get some Republicans to come on over there and vote for me. But it'll be something else if I was governor. If I was governor of the state of Florida, boy, we'll make so much fucking money. Do you know we're losing so much money in the state of Florida? We'll make so much fucking money here. I'll do a tax credit. We'll make so much money. I'll legalize marijuana. We'll make so much money on that. The fucking governor right now took $10 million, $100 million out of the budget to fight against legalizing legal marijuana. I don't know what the fuck he was doing that for. Everybody smoking. So it might as well get some money off it. State of Florida, everybody in the state of Florida be millionaires. Right now, they're trying to sell off the state of Florida to everybody from out of the country. They'll be millionaires. Everybody make money in the state. Everybody will have a fucking bag here. And that's what it should be. Everybody will have a bag. And because think about it. We got all this sunshine. Georgia has a state tax. And this is something that I've been trying to get passed for a minute. Georgia has a tax credit that they give to the entertainment industry. We had a tax credit, but our tax credit was all done wrong. It was done fucking wrong. It was a tax credit where if you came in and did a movie, we'll give you a tax credit. And that's when you had Madonna, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these fucking celebrities from out of town coming in, taking advantage of the tax credit. But then they then took the money, brought in the gaffers, the grips, the cameramen, the producers, and everybody, and they left with the tax. They left with all the money, and no people in Miami or Florida made money. The difference between our tax credit and what they have in Georgia is Georgia, you have to live in Georgia. You have to hire people from Georgia to get the fucking tax credit. You have to hire people from Georgia to get the tax credit. So that's why Atlanta and the whole state of Georgia is the entertainment capital of the world, because people go there and shoot. So just imagine, it's just this simple. Say that Martin wants to open up a film company, and now Warner Brothers want to shoot here in Miami. Warner Brothers would have to go through Martin Company. Martin Company will hire local people who live here, or if you wanted to take advantage, and they would then take advantage of the credit based on how many local people in the state of Florida that they hire. So that's money coming back to the people, that's incentivizing the people of Florida. And so you're making a shitload of money. So the average, your barber will be a union barber. He'll be working on a movie set making $1,500 a day. Do you know how that can stimulate some economies? But these fuckers in Tallahassee has no idea. They so hell-bent on no. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to break y'all off some shit before I bring Nevin Shapiro on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. Fuck y'all up. I always have to have you learn something here on the Luke Show. You know the Republicans are against the tax credit. No matter how many times I bring this to them, we need to, fucking Republicans run Georgia. So how the fuck they get it right? Republicans run Florida. So this is a way everybody can make some money. We got this beautiful sunshine, these beaches and shit, these bitches, I shouldn't have said that. We got all this beautiful stuff here to show. That's why you don't see Florida in not too many movies. You only see us in goddamn fucking Bad Boys, because Bad Boys is grandfathered in. That's why Bad Boys was a part of the original tax credit. They're grandfathered in. That's why they get to continuously shoot that motherfucking show. But we're losing so much fucking money in this economy because motherfuckers just don't know. They don't have no vision. Speaking of vision, people, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to welcome to the Luke Show, the one and only Nevin Shapiro. My man.
Luke, what's good?
How you feeling, my brother?
Top of the morning, baby.
I can't hear you.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Put headphones on. God damn it, man. I got to put headphones on. Oh, my God. Because I got this microphone connected. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm going to have to disconnect this microphone. I don't know how the fuck this mic going to sound.
You can't hear him. You can't hear him. Talk for me one more time.
Testing 1, 2.
So you know you are live to his audience, so you could, just right now. chatting.
I bet.
So a lot of people chat. These are from his YouTube, and he's live on Facebook. And, tell him you can't hear him. You can see him, right?
Just say, yeah.
Just say you can't hear him.
I can't hear you.
Talk to his fans, be like, can you guys hear me?
Do you guys hear me?
Sure. Yeah, he's live on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Yeah, we hear Nevin says.
I can't hear you, Luke.
Hey, we're gonna do this goddamn interview, regardless of how they feel. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you hear me now?
I got you.
Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. My man Nevin Shapiro. They tried to stop us, Nevin.
Yeah, you know that. Come on, you know what it is.
They tried. Hey man, welcome to the show, man. How you feeling, man?
Awesome.
That's
Top of the moment, baby. Ready to put 62nd Street on the map. You know what I mean?
Hey, 6'2", 12362, baby. Hey, hey, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the difficulties. Listen, the world is waiting for this interview right here, so it had to have a glitch. It had to be a glitch at the beginning, but this shit gonna happen. How you feeling, my brother? How you feeling?
I feel great, man. Life's amazing. Redemption tour started. Kicking ass, taking names.
Is that what you call it? The Redemption Tour?
It is for me. Never should have went away.
That's something that I want to ask you about. I mean, you went to jail. You went to jail for Ponzi scheme, but then when you went there, did people know you from a Ponzi situation, or they knew you, Nevin, from the University of Miami?
So great question to start. First thing is my charge was actually money laundering. So they feds were coming after me for RICO Act. The Ponzi scheme is like a sexy terminology. Hold on one second. Fellas, this thing's echoing in my ear. Oh, Luke. Oh,
That's me.
so
I got you.
Luke, back up your mic just like a little bit. I think that's where the echo's coming from.
You got me?
Let me see. Yeah, it's better. So anyway, the feds came after me for RICO Act. It was money laundering. And when I was inside, the Miami situation happened after, meaning that all dropped later on. So there were so many, even to this day, it's misconstrued what my case was about. Everyone thought it was about the Miami thing. The Miami thing wasn't even a civil matter. So when I was inside, everyone thought I was there because of the University of Miami thing, and that had zero to do with my case or anything. Nothing.
Wow. So you were more famous for the Miami case when you went inside.
100%.
Yeah, because they just knew you from. I mean,
100%.
How did guys take it? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had some fucking UM fans in there.
Yeah,
and they were sitting there like, "Hey, Nevin, you a fucking rat. Why are you ratting out University of Miami? What the fuck are you doing?"
The irony of that whole situation is I got 20 years. I pled for 10. So I'm everything but a rat. I'm the complete opposite of the spectrum. So when I was in there, certain guys would make their commentary. A lot of the dudes knew me, though. And over time, it just, people understood what it really was. But your perception is accurate. Guys are like, "Yo, you're this, you're that, this, that." But it was your paperwork. When you're inside, Luke, your paperwork you can't hide it.
Right.
You can't hide it. And when guys looked at my case, and so my case was out of Newark, New Jersey. These dudes did a thorough search before they're gonna take me in as one of their own. You understand? Like, I'm a Miami guy, but like my case was out of Jersey. So these dudes were like, "Yo, before we can even stamp you, we got to go through all." Man, I would have got my face fucking punched in all over the yard, man.
That's what. Listen, that's what the average person thought. It was like fucking Nevin Shapiro. They call him a fucking
You can
rat.
say
He
what
going
it is, man.
inside.
I know what it is. And the dudes, listen, man, the University of Miami took my statue down or my plaque. The guys I kept out, they built a museum for me. For not talking. What the fuck you talking? What are we talking about, man? It's comical. But, you know.
That is amazing, man. I remember the first time I met you. I mean, I met you through the trainer at the University of Miami, Pee Wee. He introduced me to you many years ago. I went to your suite. That's where we took the infamous picture, and where everybody always talks about. Went to your house one time. Beautiful house with the fucking big yacht. Beautiful women around. You had this fine ass, what was that, your wife or your girlfriend at the time? And then you had, an Asian young lady, Geechee, who I stayed friends with. Remember Geechee?
Geechee, yeah, that was Mayweather's girl.
She ended up rolling with Mayweather. God bless her soul. She passed away. I always, you might not know it, me and Geechee became friends forever. Every time I saw her, we shared pleasantries. When she was working with Mayweather and everything like that, and it was some beautiful times. I mean, you at that time, you were on top of the world. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you still are, because my daddy always told me, if you broke in the mind, you always be broken in pockets, but you rich in the mind, no matter how far down you go, you're gonna always come back up. And I already know you somewhere up. You're that kind of guy. I mean, take me through the first day you went in and you got locked up. Like the first day when you went in, you was like, this is all some bullshit. I'm in this motherfucker. I mean, what was the feeling on that first day?
I'm gonna tell you something that's incredible. Today's the anniversary of when I surrendered. April 21st, 2010.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. About 15 years ago this minute, I was bending over and coughing. Yeah.
Don't bend over in the jailhouse.
Yeah. That was for R&D.
I was gonna ask you about that later on. Did you ever drop the soap? And
No soap dropping, man. But it was a shot card, not getting called shots. But anyway, when I surrendered, it was a very surreal moment. Very few people knew. My girlfriend was with me and my parents, and I thought I was leaving for dinner, and they said, this guy's got $2 to $3 billion hidden offshore. And I looked at the prosecutor like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? I never saw the light of day, Lou.
Wow.
Never saw the light of day. They weren't letting me go.
That's amazing. I mean, did any of, and I know you're gonna have a book, a movie, or something coming out of that.
Not just a movie.
Did any of this, huh?
The biggest when it comes out.
Listen, I already know.
Wolf of Wall Street is on Smurf time.
I already know. Did any of this? Did any of them prosecuting you have anything to do with? Well, you said you went in after the University of Miami. You said you went
I went in before. No, the University of Miami story came out like 2 years later. And I'd seen some of the comments on the side, like why I was trying, like some guy knew. No one knows shit, dude. Let me just say, there's 20, 25 guys, people in this world that really know what took place in my case. Anyone who thinks they know, who's Craig Curry? Who's Craig Curry?
Right.
The guy that robbed my lender. There's not one person on your list that knows who that is. But anyway, that's coming for another thing. The Miami situation happened after I was already sentenced and taking my pill.
Right. Now so when now you're in, and I'm pretty sure you helped out so many players. I mean, talk about your love for helping these guys out and why you helped them out. And some of the guys who turned on you and some of the guys who stood by you?
Yeah. Well, I've had a chance to look back. I'm older now, and when you go through a situation like that, you expect, Luke, the U's always been built about family and this and that. And there's many guys who had their own situations that I was able to assist and was happy to. And when you expect the same type of reciprocation, it becomes, not a genuine relationship. Also, that being said, 47 players were ready to testify against me when I was. Yeah, well, I shared that with you in one of our previous conversations. And that came up in my discovery. But the University of Miami had nothing to do with my case. And I noticed one of the guys keeps saying, I'm still a liar because it was money laundering also and security fraud. He doesn't know the first thing about my case. Kingpin, that's the status they were shooting at. The securities fraud was a throw-in. Everyone knows something, but they don't know shit. Anyway, not to get off the question. A lot of these guys were scared. If the feds come around, Luke, it's a different game. Those dudes will rattle anybody. And I've been able to look back, and I understand when a lot of guys got quiet, got scared, they're about to get money for the first time, and there's mitigating factors, and I've been able to look past it. And I'm on a way different trajectory, and I've probably spoken to 80% of these guys. And that's a fight that should have stayed in house.
Yeah, I mean, shit. All you got to do is go on Google, and you see pictures like this, you and Shaq. I mean, they see pictures like this. I mean, this is probably arguably one of the best tight ends that ever played ball. I mean, you see William Joseph, guys like that. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing that it would be 40 people sitting there ready to testify against you, and you help so many of these guys out in so many different ways. Can you talk about some of the reason why you felt like, okay, I want to help these guys? I know being a booster at that time, it gave you access, correct, to a lot of these players. Because I heard stories about how, if you're a booster, you get access to certain players, you mentor them and you teach them the way. Was that your first introduction in being friends with these young men?
When I first got involved, it was very generic. There was nothing was expected. It was just, I was a fan, man. I was just a fan, And I got cool with a couple of defensive linemen that leading into that 2001 season. And they became just like, there was only an 8-9 year difference in age between me and them at that time. It got a little bit, not weird, but like I didn't feel the same way like towards the end. Like when, you were in the suite at that time. Because now the age gap is just, you can start seeing they're like kids. They're not,
right.
You know what I mean? The difference being 31 and the guy's being 22, and then you're 38, these kids are 18. There's like they're sons, like they changed. And there was nothing, I wasn't planning on like becoming a booster and doing this and that. I sort of like grew into that role.
Right.
It just,
how much money did you donate to the University, man?
I donated $250,000 for the Players Lounge, and then right before I got locked up, at the time when you and I were communicating, I was about to rebuild Bobby Reville's field house for $1 million. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have this picture that I have, but I ain't showing it. It's kind of blurry. Of you giving, at the time, there was a University of Miami basketball coach, Donna Shalady. You was at this bowling alley.
Lucky Stripe.
Lucky Stripe. You were giving her a check, and you were saying a speech. How much was on that check?
$50,000. But let me tell you how that came about. That wasn't even my money. One of my lenders said, "Listen, how do we help you with your University of Miami?" I go, "Look, the basketball program, Coach Haith is a great guy. He's trying to get things moving, and blah, blah, blah. Jack McClinton was there. They came off a good year. And He goes, what do you want to make? I go, I'll make a donation. He goes, what do you think is proper? I go, I don't know, 50,000. He goes, here, I'm going to send you a wire. Send me 50,000. I wrote check 50,000.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. I mean I mean, when you talk about boosters and you talk about friends of the program, people don't realize that is how most of these college programs survive, off of boosters and donations and money being donated to these programs. When you look at University of Miami right now today, and you look at a guy like a John Ruiz, what comes to your mind? Is he taking a play out of the Nevin Shapiro playbook? Genuine guy, trying to help out the program and putting money into the program. I mean, how do you view
when I noticed his well, now with the NIL, it's changed everything. It's just changed everything, man. This isn't even a real landscape. It's it is. We've spoken about it, right? And so I don't know John Ruiz personally, and I don't know what his angle is. I just know that when I saw a lot of the things he was doing, I just said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And when you become like this, your company goes public, and then in a short period of time, it's worth nothing. That's a bad sign. And I knew that this was not going to be for the long run with his ties to the University of Miami. And I don't know anything he's doing or legal. I reserve time.
I ask you that because it seems like, Nevin Shapiro, the big guy, supporter, the booster of the University of Miami, this is how they doing it. They're doing it big. Nevin knows all these coaches. He knows all these people. He's so dialed in. And then the government comes after Nevin. Then you see, fast forward to 2020, whatever it is, John Ruiz doing so many great things for the University of Miami. Everybody in the world hate the University of Miami. They don't want to see us up because of these palm trees and these bad bitches we got running around here. So John Ruiz doing all these great things, and all of a sudden, this dude is getting investigated. University of Miami getting investigated. His stock goes up and it goes down. I mean, I'm just thinking, is that the, in your opinion, is that how it works? I mean, the government comes after you if you're this so supportive of you, of your name just get blowed up out of there, and you're so synonymous with the University of Miami, you automatically get investigated. Is that the thing?
Well, he has a different situation than what mine is. His was a publicly traded business. So, you're dealing with the SEC, they're traded commodities. I mean, it's a whole different level of a probe,
right.
And my situation, all my lenders were private. They were private lenders. And, and I'm just telling you one thing, Luke, like some of the commentary on this guy, when we get off, I'm gonna have you bring him in, and by the time he gets done reading my stuff, he's going to apologize of how stupid he sounds right now. He doesn't even know what he's saying. That's how he's on Mars, and I'm like on another planet. As far as what his information, people don't know what it is, and if you follow the public narrative, you're going to believe it. I look like the biggest piece of shit, scumbag, liar, or whatever of all time. I even Googled myself, and I'm like, ugh, this guy's a fucking animal, and it's me.
Right.
Tell you, man. I mean, that's what it is. That's what they do to you.
So let me ask you, going back to this ratting on University of Miami, why would people say you ratted on the University of Miami?
Because the whole investigation started, but really how it triggered, and this guy's like, well, you were speaking about doing a book. My attorney at that time, her big mouth goes and says something to Barry Jackson from the Herald, we know, right?
Barry Jackson. Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's a public situation, and now I got to defend myself. And that's how that really triggered it. That's what really triggered it. We were on a phone call, and it's just a longer story. I don't want to bore your listeners,
right.
But that's where that started.
And speaking of the lawyer lady,
for
for transparency, to bring this out, because that is where me and your beef came because we had a little. Well, it wasn't to me. It wasn't big, but
Whatever it is, you know.
yeah, it's all in the past. Me and you cool, but and this is my side of the story. I would love to hear your side of the story because I never asked you about this. My side of the story was okay. This guy who's being portrayed as the Ponzi scheme guy,
The devil.
and
The
in the
devil.
news is and they saying that he's the rat and all these things, and then it comes up he says he's little Luke, and I'm sitting up there like, hold the fuck on, little Luke, I ain't do half of this shit. I don't know, and then I'm like, I know Nevin, I don't see him to be that kind of person, and so I then go and do a defamation suit, which I later on got rid of. Say, okay, he's defaming me, my character, and all this right here. The lawyer lady gets the suit so people know, because most people don't know this story because I never told it until we get on. So I go say, okay, defamation of character. Hey, look, I don't want to be associated with none of this. I've already been called everything but the child of God already. But when it comes to the University of Miami, they think I did some shit way before this shit, and which never happened.
And you're 1-0 against the Supreme Court.
And I'm 1-0 against the Supreme Court. I'm 1-0. Hey, I'm 1-0 against the NCAA when they rode up to my motherfucking house. See, I did it better than you. When the NCAA rode up to my fucking house and they brought them investigators, I had all butt naked women in there. Wait till that story get told. I say, fuck that. Y'all want to come meet with me? Come to my condo. Trick Daddy is in the back. I got butt naked women running around, and everybody naked inside the house. I said, and they were like, can you tell these people to put their clothes on? I'm like, no, motherfuckers, you want to interview me. And I don't have to interview. So going back to the story.
I wasn't far away. I wasn't far away.
Oh, you did some shit like that when they came to see you?
I think when they came to see you, I wasn't far away.
Okay, see what I'm saying? So, I mean, going back to the story, I said, hey, look, this guy, let me sue this guy. But then here's the thing that people don't know, right, was that lady lawyer then went with the NCAA. This is how Miami really got off of this shit, because we had already started taking scholarships, not going to bowl games. People don't know this. That same lady, lawyer of yours, took the lawsuit. Her and the NCAA went and they started taking depositions because they can't take a deposition of a player. They don't have to speak to them about any alleged allegations of wrongdoing at the university. They took that fucking deposition without my lawyer present. My lawyer found out that she took a deposition with the NCAA deposing all these former players, and we then told the University of Miami. University of Miami then went after the fucking NCAA, and that is how that whole shit got dropped.
Let me tell you where I was at that time. I was in solitary confinement.
Wow.
6 months.
What you do? You punch somebody in the face? How you get in solitary?
No. This guy wrote an article about me, and I sent him a visit form and said some shit. And he went to the U.S. Attorney's office for, people just think I'm some. People don't know what's behind the curtain, Lou. It's the internet gang.
So when you heard about this story, when you heard about her going,
that's why Billy Corbin couldn't talk to me.
Billy hasn't talked to you?
No, that's why he couldn't talk to me when he was doing his 30 with 30. I was in solitary confinement.
Unbelievable.
I had no phone, nothing for a year.
So
couldn't talk to my
when you heard when did you ever hear that your lawyer went and deposed these players with the NCAA? Did you were
so the whole angle with her and Pee Wee had to do with money, because the trustee was now overseeing the estate in my case. So that's not me. Like, they took possession of Nevin Shapiro. They took and my company, Capital Investments. So they were trying to claw back everybody. It's called clawback money when you get put into involuntary bankruptcy. Like, it went through Madoff situation. That's what they do. This guy Scott Ross, they claw back money. So that's where that came from. That's what they were trying to claw back every dollar they could. So there was a lot of money behind the Pee Wee situation and my former partner, Michael Hugh, and that's where that was born out of. Right there.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
Pee Wee, where's Pee Wee now? Is he still your friend?
Come on. Come on.
I gotta get a laugh out of this shit.
That's the rat.
Oh man! So he obviously he testified against you. Wow,
Man,
what the fuck?
I can tell you stories.
Yeah, I already know this.
Look, real quick. I'm at sentencing, and I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm a great guy, and this and that. And the prosecutor says to the judge, this is how great of a guy he is. Read this letter that he just sent to this guy. And they're reading in court, you fucking pussy motherfucker, you little rat cunt, blah, 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 blah. And I go like this. Oh. And I'm
this in the sentencing hearing.
In the middle of it, man. Yo, I just put my head down. Shit was over, man. It's over.
God damn.
True.
That's hardcore. So I mean, let's I'm glad we got all this stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to right now.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on your podcast where the co-host Mike asked about this thing about Dennis Smith being called Little Nevin Shapiro, and you had some choice words for that. I mean, I would think that would be a glorifying thing. I would think that would be like, okay, man, somebody want to be like me. I mean,
I didn't.
What's your opinion of that?
I don't know who this guy is.
You never met Dennis? Dennis is a nice guy. He resembles you.
I don't know anything about him. I just know what I've heard. And I'm hearing this from, man, you know who I'm hearing this shit from. Don't fucking face through with me, man. You know who I'm hearing this shit from. And these words are getting back to me, and I'm like, man. Whew. And, I don't know him. Honestly. I know.
Yeah, that would be great.
I know where the gaslighting's coming from, but I don't know this dude. What I hear, I don't think University of Miami fans would be thrilled.
Oh, shit. Oh. But Dennis trying this hard out. I would love for you guys to meet one day. Maybe take both of y'all to Tootsie's or something like that, a booby trap. No. Better yet, The Office. And, that'd be classic. That'd be almost down the level of me when Tupac got out of jail and I went and interviewed him at the 665 with Suge Knight and damn Vegas.
Classic.
That would be fucking classic.
I got no problem with the guy. I don't know him. Well, just whatever I'm being told is what I'm being told. I don't know anything about him. Anything.
You think the Moss brothers are doing a good job of whatever they're doing to support the University of Miami? What's your opinion of that?
Look, I think Mario was a good hire. That was my position. I was always a big Mario fan back then, even pre-FIU. And look, I just have a hard time with them going down to Syracuse the way they went down, man. That shit really bothered me bad. It just bothered me bad, man. Just stomp on the team's ass.
So you didn't got bothered because of the knee a year before? You should have been.
No, that was offensive. But that Syracuse is more than I could take. Going on fourth, kicking a field goal on fourth down really was something I couldn't get past. I just couldn't. You talk that tough shit. Be it. You trust that Swiss cheese defense over the best player in America, or the best quarterback in America?
Yeah, you got to go down in flames like that. You were friends with Mario before.
I like Mario. I don't dislike Mario. I like Mario. But I got to be honest and call it the way it needs to be called. And when I see certain things, I call it.
Right. Yeah.
He wins, man. He wins. I'll be leading the pack.
What? Let me ask you. So, in your opinion, you like me. Mm-hmm. We saw the great times. We saw the best times. People have a tendency of thinking that we're dinosaurs and the kids are different now. Coaching is different now. I don't see it that way. And when I listen to your podcast, you don't see it that way. Why haven't the University of Miami been relevant for almost over 2 decades, in your opinion?
Luke, the first, and I've had this question thrown at me so many times, and I could tell you specifically when this program crashed, and I watched it right before my eyes, and it was when we lost that last Will Fork, Vernon Carey, DJ Vilma, that 6-pick, Kellen, Sean. When we lost that last, that was the last exodus. And I watched Larry Coker just not ascend. And Butch really left that place strapped for greatness. You know what I mean? Like, really liked it. And we didn't recover. I thought we were there, like close to getting there, when you and I connected, when that Northwestern 8 came in, and then Levante David should have been the 9th,
Yes.
right? And I thought we were there, and I really expected more from Randy as a head coach. And that's just truth be told. I thought we could get right there. And then, of course, my situation with the program, but my situation was only a couple. You can't blame me for the next 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not practical or realistic. They're coaching hours.
Right.
Along the way.
On your podcast, you mentioned the biggest mistake that Mario has made is letting Alonzo Highsmith go. Why you feel that way?
Alonzo is, and you can speak on this, probably even with more depth than me. But he has been a mainstay going back to that original era, and he became an NFL personnel guy for many, many years and has been successful doing it. He knows what greatness looks like. He knows what a great football player looks like. And more importantly, he knows what a Miami guy looks like. And you got a resource like that. Why would you not tap into that? Why would you not tap into that? He lives for this program. And he was one of the biggest critics, if not the, against me. So I'm just speaking just on reality of what that guy's value is for the University of Miami. And I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I take that as like Mario wanted to be be all end all. He's the guy, and no one else's opinion matters. And Luke, we used to have a great staff around Jimmy, right? And those guys, great staff, man. And you got to let your guys coach and be who they are. That's why you're hiring them. You got to have that trust. You bring in an offense coordinator for your school or defense coordinator. You give your input, but you better trust what these dudes are calling and running.
Yeah, you got to trust it. I mean, at the end of the day, for everybody in the chat, speaking of Nevin Shapiro, the world's famous Nevin Shapiro, big time booster, former booster of University of Miami. We're having a good conversation. I'm gonna in one word, I'm gonna go through a list of coaches who coached at University of Miami. In one word, give me your opinion of them. Jimmy Johnson.
Go.
Larry Coker.
Nice guy.
Oh shit. Randy Shannon.
Underproduced.
Butch Davis.
Should have been the GOAT.
What?
Man, he would have.
Boy, Black is gonna have a heart attack with that. Black gonna strangle you with that one.
How many titles would we have won if he stayed?
Dennis Erickson.
Hennessy.
Oh, you're fucking wrong. Hey, I don't know why people shit on Dennis. Dennis is my guy. I love Dennis.
You said Dennis, one word. First thing that came to mind. Bottoms up.
Okay. The Penn State coach with the tie, Al Golden.
He thought he was getting a Lamborghini. He ended up with a hoopty.
Manny Diaz.
Hey, if I can make you laugh, I know I'm doing something. Manny Diaz.
Damn.
Premature hire.
Premature. Who?
I didn't think he was ready. I didn't think he was ready for that job.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
If Mario don't be successful, who's on Nevin Shapiro's top 3 list?
Sean McVay,
Next coach. Sean
20
McVay.
million. Yeah, he's got a smoking hot wife. He's made his money. He's in LA. He don't need that NFL shit. He'll come down here and rock and roll. Pete Carroll style, 2.0. 20 mil, pay him. All you got to do is take back. Wait, hold on. Take back the money you gave Carson Beck, right? Take back the 8 you gave Mario. Now you're 14. Scrape up 6 more million. You got Sean McVay.
So I guess you don't like Carson Beck giving him the money. You on the same program with Lane Kiffin saying that they overpaid him.
I like Carson Beck. I just don't think he was. I think they could have done some other stuff. Well, you and I both know that there's another quarterback that was wanting to come here, right?
Yeah.
I'm either know or you know.
Quarterbacks.
You're either on the inside or
shit. Quite a few quarterbacks came here. Do you think they do? You let me ask you. I heard of a former coach. I ain't gonna call his name. That went out to the spring game and they asked him, "What do you think about the current coaching staff?" And he had some choice words. He said he doesn't like the current coaching staff because all these guys are young and they don't have any experience. What's your opinion of the current coaching staff at the University of Miami?
The new guys that just came in, like I think you got to give them a chance. Like the defensive coordinator. I look at here's my comparison, Luke. Matt Patricia signed to go with Ohio State, former NFL head coach.
Right.
We hired Corey Heather.
Look, I'm with you because I think that's. I mean, shit. Who was the offensive coordinator at Ohio State last year? I mean, fucking.
Do I like people think I hate? I'm just honest, and people maybe just like to be lied to. I don't know.
And it's the Nick Saban's way. I mean, if people say people use this thing on their resume that they coach with Nick Saban, assuming that they're gonna take on some of the things that Nick did. What Nick did was he hired very experienced coaches as his coordinators, Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin, and
go on and on.
And you can go on and on. His offense coordinators, his defense coordinators, his position coaches.
And soon as one of those guys got fired, Butch Jones, whoever, Bill O'Brien, he was right there to scoop them up and add to his personnel collection. That's what he does. That's what made that guy what he was and is.
And so you would assume if you coach with him and you learn something from him, you would see how he operated and how he became so successful, because it wasn't about him. It was, yes, Nick Saban, he didn't care that these other guys had this experience. He wanted these other guys. I remember real clear, what confirmed it with me, because I know Nick. I've had conversations with him, and I always talk to him. I go up there and see him, and I always brain wrestle with him because I have questions that I ask him. And I remember real clear, the running back coach from the running backs at North Carolina went over 500 yards on us. And in that game, I know the running back coach, right, who was at North Carolina at the same time. The next year, 2 of his running backs went to the NFL. The next year, he got a call that after that year was over with, he got a call from Nick Saban. Before you know it, he was on the Alabama staff because he was right then arguably the best running back coach in college football to send 2 guys to the league and get drafted and just do what they did. And I mean, that's what he did. And
here's an example, Luke. Here's an example. So when I was locked up, I still monitored. I was getting my mail. I was monitoring what was going on every day. And Mario was going to take the job. I think it was with Al Golden, and then made a decision to go with Alabama and Nick Saban.
Right.
And I knew at that time that was an unbelievable career move for him.
Right.
How'd it work out? He brought dudes from South Florida. But why did Nick Saban go after him? Because he knew he'd be able to pluck kids out of this fertile ground. So he got what he needed. And Mario ended up getting great training. I mean, coaching under arguably the best of all time. Top three, right? Top three for sure. Right? And so I knew at that time that was Mario's greatest career move. I knew it. And I knew that would happen. No, I knew that would happen.
You think these kids are undeveloped because when you look at it, you went through Mario's been there for 4 years. This will be his 4th year. You went through 3 linebacker coaches, 3 running back coaches, 2 receiver coaches, 3 defense coordinators. You're on your 2nd offensive coordinator. 2 receiver coaches, 3 defensive back coaches. How do you develop players if you're going through coaches every year and they're coming? When you coach, you look at what a guy did last year, and you look at some of the things because you know him, and you're building on this project called student athlete, professional student athlete now, and you go back the next year, and then you then work on him in the off season of getting him better from where he was last year. And you look at the quarterback room and you see that we recruited these guys and we haven't started a quarterback. We keep going to the portal getting these quarterbacks. Do you think, in your opinion, are we developing talent? Are we not?
I don't think we are. And let me give you 3 examples. 3, right? And I'm not on an anti-Mario crusade. I'm just giving you some basic questions. Right, so listen. So they got this guy, Josh Gaddis, right? The offense coordinator from Michigan. He had just won the Frank Broyles Award for the top assistant in America.
Correct.
Did he forget that much of coaching in 1 year? First question. Charlie Strong. Hell of a defense coordinator for the Gators back when, right? He ends up becomes a head coach at Louisville, inevitably Texas. Of course, he took all of Clint Hurtt's boys, which was hard guys, and won himself a Sugar Bowl in Louisville, and then got a big contract at Texas. So we deserve a little credit for that contract. But anyway, he's a linebackers coach, and he gets bypassed for defensive coordinator. That's a second one. That's a second. Hold on. I'm just saying. But follow what I'm saying here. And then the most recent hire, the defense coordinator, where there are not other guys out there, maybe this guy's a star in the making. Who am I to say he's not? I would hope Mario knows a lot more about him, and that's why he's bringing this guy. But how does Lance Guidry get to the U? What? Come on. What are we talking about?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I mean, hey, if anybody got any questions for Nevin in the chat, I'm gonna ask him a few questions. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions. Let y'all ask him a question. Let him get out of here. We ain't gonna hold him too long. So, how do we get this program back? Do we need Nevin Shapiro back down there? Do you need to be the general manager? Can you get this shit back on track?
I'm looking to be the general manager of the Bally Sharks. Out in. Come on, man. I'm on a yacht somewhere. As soon as I'm done with this paper, man.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, what's next for Nevin Shapiro? I mean, I know you're on this redemption tour. You got this fucking popular podcast.
The movie's being made. The podcast started off as a joke. Like, I didn't even try to be serious about it. I'm involved in the media world. I do, I'm happy, man. I'm really at peace. I'm just good. My story to be told. Knows what.
Damn, now you're echoing, and
I've been echoing the whole time.
You've been echoing. I just heard it, but man, let me tell you this here. Hey, it was great having a conversation with you. This is beautiful. Anything else you want to
Man, I'm gonna be a regular on your stuff. You know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, man, I need you to be on. I mean, cause you know, I get a little jealous when I see you over there with fucking Pac-Man. You know, even though that's my good Georgia buddy.
I just spoke to him about 2 hours ago. Yeah.
Really, all those fucking rebels and shit. I guess the people in the chat, they scared to ask you any questions.
You can listen. The only thing I got for you is who's that dude in the picture you put me on?
Look,
yo, that looked like a bobblehead.
That's fucking.
Who is that dude?
You need to take that shit up with Chat GPT.
Oh my God.
That's how Chat GPT feels about you.
Oh my God.
Look, I thought they cleaned you up. You look like some kind of motherfucking mob boss or some
Man, you
shit
could
like
put
that.
Napoleon on that thing. I'd have been better served.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Never you a piece of work, boy. You keep some shit going. Hey man, hey, it was a beautiful time having a conversation with you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
do it again, man.
Let's do it again. Thank you, man, for coming on.
We're going to load up 62nd Street, man. You know what it is.
Hell yeah. Okay, my man, Nevin Shapiro, ladies and gentlemen. We had a good time with Nevin, boy. That was a great interview. Hey, look. This is what we're going to do, people. We're going to have the best interviews that you could ever imagine. I see y'all bitched up. Y'all didn't want to ask the man questions in the chat, but that's all good. Hopefully I asked all the questions. But that was a great fucking interview. Make sure y'all check out his podcast. Nevin and Mike podcast. They do it big, and it's a great show. Sorry about the technical difficulties I had at the beginning. I didn't realize I needed to put some headphones on because this microphone here does what it does. But people, I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. I hope y'all got some of the things that y'all wanted to get off your mind. Hopefully I asked the questions that y'all wanted, but we're going to have these tough interviews. We're going to have some good interviews that people you love and like and all this real spongy and puffy and nice and beautiful. But then again, we're going to have the tough interviews, and hopefully you can handle it and you can deal with it. This show will be rebroadcast tonight. It will be rebroadcast again 3 times a day. It'll be rebroadcast at 5 o'clock p.m., and then it will be rebroadcast again at 10 o'clock tonight. Nevin Shapiro, yours truly, Uncle Luke. I want to thank Nevin Shapiro for being on today. I want to thank you guys for being here today, for enjoying this show on this beautiful Monday. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Uncle Luke TV. Make sure you share and subscribe on my Twitter, Uncle Luke Real 1, Instagram, Uncle Luke Real 1, TikTok, who I hate. I hope Trump shut that motherfucker down because they suspend me all the time. So people, hey, until the next time, yours truly, Uncle Luke, I'm out. Have a great day. See you later, alligator after wild crocodile.
Make the booty go, 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 pop, pop, make the booty go, pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna tell you my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.